Deion Sanders spoke at the Big 12 Media Day. You know, he didn't do the Pac-12 Media Day last year because he was recovering from his toe surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So here he is, the head coach of the now Big 12 Colorado Buffalo football program. This is the exchange that has gotten the most attention with Prime.
With what you brought to the programs in the historic black colleges and to Colorado, do you feel an obligation with whom you are to perform at a higher level or coach at a higher level?
Yeah, yes. I'm judged on a different scale. My wins are totally different than your wins. Your wins, you just judge in football. That's why I have to start out and give you education and academics and so forth. I have to give you those things so you understand there's a greater scope. I can't win 9 games and our GPA suffers. Our GPA can't be high, but we lose another 8 games. We can't not go and grab high school players and you got a bunch of guys that in the portal, out of the portal that's getting incarcerated. My wins are different. We have to win in every area. That's the way we're judged. And I'm cool with that because we come a little different. So the expectation is greater. But it's not just football. It's been like that all my life. I've always had a greater expectation for myself. So the expectation you have for me would never outweigh the expectation I have of myself.
I love it. So I've been around this man for a long time, and I know some people will take some of what he's saying to mean that he's unfairly being placed in this position. Because Deion knows he's in this position because of himself, because of the way he talks about his program and the way his son Shador is getting heat because he said that Colorado's everyone's Super Bowl. And I think a lot of folks are saying, well, I guess there were 8 Super Bowl winners in college football last year because that's the number of games that they lost. But they put the target, Deion puts the target on himself because that's the way he likes it. And I don't think he's like, I'm going to go out today and put a target on myself. It's just, this is the guy. This is the man. This is the guy. He's going to come up with his blenders, and he's going to come out and talk about how, you know, they'd already be chilling with the Heisman Trophy in the building after just one half of football. Had a couple of other plays been made. Remember, that was his first halftime interview as a head coach of Colorado last year. By the way, as they were beating TCU. It's just the way he operates. This is who you get with him, and he knows. And so when he says that he's got to have the GPA up here, it's not that he feels put upon. He just knows that if he wins without the GPA, he'll get criticized for it because you're just doing it for the dubs. And that's the only reason why you're a head coach is because you're all about yourself. You know, there's an eye in Deion, and you don't care about the kid's grade school, the grade point average. And I would also say that probably some other schools that you don't talk about their grade point averages, but his will definitely get talked about because there's always going to be a yeah but with him because of the way that he does his business. And it's the only way he knows how to do his business. Did I, stutter?
Nope. I don't think anybody or fans care about grade point average.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know why he's bringing that up because fans don't care about it.
Fans don't care about it, but I think folks might pay attention to it. If you don't think if Deion goes 11-0 and then all of a sudden it's like his grade point average is 2.5 or 2.0, like that wouldn't get pointed out in some way, shape, or form.
I don't.
I disagree with that.
% getting point out.
Yeah. A million percent. Or the number of guys that would get arrested because he goes in the transfer portal is because he's not a guy who goes into people's.
Let's even joke ourselves and act like it wouldn't be.
I think absolutely.
I'm not going to kid myself and say no one would care about that.
When's the last time you heard any college football player's grade point average?
That's very true, Chris. But there is Deion is different. Like he said, he's going to be held up to a different standard.
He's different because he wants to.
He's just got to win, guys. He's got to win.
They just got to win. They can't go 4-8.
4-8 this year would be very difficult.
Can't do it.
Would be very difficult. And certainly since that's already being talked about is the number of kids he got rid of, and the number of kids being brought in. But he's used to that.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
He's because that's the way he. And obviously, his son is just a chip off the old block, saying that everyone treats them like it's the Super Bowl.
I wanted to see that clip because I thought maybe it was kind of a tongue in cheek, and he was laughing. He wasn't.
No, he's not.
He was pretty serious.
No, because it's the way because the Sanders family conducts themselves in a certain manner, just like Deion did the minute he started showing up on everybody's radar screen out of Fort Myers, Florida. And it's just the way he goes about his business. And in this day and age of NIL and transfer portal and needing to have heat on you to be a successful football program, one would think, he does seem to be cut out for these times. That's for sure. Winning games, man, like that's got to happen.
All that matters.
I'm assuming based on the mountain of a prospect that we had here when he announced that he was going to Colorado, and then it was dicey that he wasn't. Then he did go to Colorado.
Yeah. Yep.
That kid who was here looks like they have more sand in the pants up front, which is what they needed because Shador was getting his ass handed to him in the Pac-12, which is going to find out what it's like to be in the Big Ten this year. So, again, I just don't. But again, if that was the grade point average, it would be pointed out.
That's why I played.
Again, so I don't feel Deion's like
Rich, it would be like
put upon.
We're the students in these athletes. That would be something that
no question about it. But when it all comes down to it, there's got to be a wins and losses. And
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm hoping to see better than 4-8. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.